Greetings, beautiful souls. Today is May 13, 2019, and it is a time to record a video about the energies of May. Now, May every year has a very spectacular energy. They are transformative energy influenced by Pleiadian energies. So today is the 13th. I very much love number 13 whenever is it through the week, whichever day it falls on, or if it is a Friday 13. 13 is a very lucky number, and it truly depends how you relate to this number. How do you perceive it, and what kind of the judgment you make about this number. So the 13 can be a very lucky number, or 13 can be a negative or bad lucky number for you, if you believe that's what it is. Of course, we live in the place of duality, and there is a dark side that likes you to believe in many negative things that will confuse the truth, so you will never find the truth, because the truth will free you, it will free your soul, and you will evolve beyond the realm of the earth recycle place, which means the incarnation cycle. So 13 is literally a code of our DNA. It's a 12 plus 1, 12 extraterrestrial families plus 1 animal that creates the human being. So the 12 plus 1 is our DNA code. We want to look at the language of numbers. That is something that I would like to focus on this year, because the language of numbers is the original language of the language of light. Colors, sound, emotions, and numbers are the original particles of the language of light, something that has not changed since the time of the beginning days when the earth evolved, began to be built with. Why numbers? The numbers are universal language. Everything in this universe is built in the mathematical code, right? You have heard many times that God must have been the mathematician or the great mathematician, and that's how it is. So that original truth, or the original basic essence of the energy that this world or this universe has been built, could not be confused, scrabbled, mixed up, like, for example, our language is, which have happened with our language that have happened after the fall of the Babel of Tower. I'm sorry, after the fall of the Babylonian Tower in the time of the Anunnakis. That's where the language gets scrambled, right? When it splits into many different languages, and that's what we have today. We have a language that may relate to one occasion in two different ways, in the positive way and the negative way. So we have a language that explains that number 13 may be a very lucky and positive number, sort of like this is the one of the few luckiest days through your month. Or the language can explain you and suggest a lot of negative things about the day of number 13. And of course, the more suggestion goes one way or the other, it will eventually program in your nervous system and reflect within your body. Once all this is downloaded, through the repetition and emotional feeling, and it is downloaded in your body as a true belief, whenever it's positive or negative, your nervous system, which is the like a conductor for your psychic energy and for your soul energy, for the mind, body, and spirit, literally for everything, projects it into your auric field, and then what is projected in your auric field, that is what you attract. So number 13 simplify into number 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now, if you watch my April newsletter, then you know that the 4 is the meaning of the number of the abundance. Once again, duality splits it into two ways, positive and negative. So once you embrace the number 13, you are also embracing your abundance. Now, the positive abundance is gained through the knowledge. You have to get all the knowledge that you can up there. Educate yourself, whenever it's from the ancient scriptures to writings, to new writings, or something that you receive in the meditations. If you receive something that is, positive, good, you relate to it in the positive, good way. You apply this knowledge in your life and see that it is working, you are naturally growing up in your power, and you are having abundance, spiritual abundance and physical abundance as well. Now, all this energy we want to utilize in the month of May, which is the 5th month in counting. Number 5 means transformation. So this month is an amazing month for this transformation, and especially because it's infused with the Pleiadian alignment of energy from the May 15th to the May 23rd. Now this happening every single year, and the more conscious you will be about this alignment, about this positive, amazing influence from the cosmos in your life, the better life will be. So again, transformation can come in the two ways. There may be chaos and some negativity, and can be very positive way in it as well. Often we dwell on the old things, we dwell on the past, and we have a hard time to move forward because we cannot accept something, because we cannot forgive something that happened to us, or maybe what we have done, and because we are afraid to move forward. Moving forward, really leap into transformation on your own, require a lot of unconditional love for yourself. It also requires to jump into unknown, sort of standing, on that cliff and jumping out and believing that you are a bird and your wings will open and that you can fly and you don't fall, flat down on your face and you die. I just looked at it. Words of the rebirth, right? Metaphorical rebirth, of course, not physical. You don't jump physically out of the cliff, just adding up there, because you do physically have no wings. So I'm speaking in the very metaphorical form about this, but it is mean to jumping into unknown, taking a leap of faith toward your goal, toward your dreams, toward your wishes, toward what is it that you want to do in a life that is aligned to be in a service to humanity. To be in a service in humanity doesn't mean that you have to just become a psychic and healer. You can be an amazing doctor. You can plant the trees. You can clean the river out of the pollution. You can raise the animals. You can do any possible thing. You can be the teacher. You can grow the food. Whatever occupation that you would name, if you do it in your mind that it serves somebody else than to yourself, at least one more person than to yourself, you are in service to humanity. So all the transformation is in a mind. Now, sometime number 5 brings chaos in your life, and that is when you don't want to let go of your past, when you kind of dwelling on the things too long, and you says, yeah, one day I'm gonna heal, and one day I'm gonna process this, and one day I'm gonna be over it, and one day I'm gonna be feeling it. But you know what? When is that one day gonna be? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be a week from today? Is it gonna be a month, 3 months, 5, 10 years? When it is, that is you who is going to decide that you are done. So the number 5 brings you this amazing opportunity that you can be done. That you says, okay, I am done with this. I accept, I forgive, and I utilize unconditional love for myself and the others. It is simple as that. And let's say, for example, that you get laid off from the work in the May, and you always wanted to move to another city or another state or go to a different country. That may be the opportunity for you. Maybe you were too afraid to do it on your own because your job gave you a stable paycheck and a stable, safe place to be. But if the universe brings you the changes, instead of being bitter and dwelling on it and falling into that victimhood, embrace it. Just relate to it in a different way. What if for the month of May you will relate to all changing in a positive way? Even if something weird or what you would classify as bad or unhappy happened to you, if you will relate to it with gratitude and with a thank you, it happened because something else can happen now for me. It's gonna happen, as they says, when the God closed the door, he opens the window. There is always the next opening for you line up. But we, as a humans, we dwell in the bitterness and anger and unfairness and looking for judgment, that we are not able to see the next door or the window that just opened. So the May is the month of open windows. Now, if you live in the northern hemisphere, of course, we have a spring coming and the warm weather is, coming, and we want to open the window and let get that fresh air in. If you live in the, on the southern part of the US where I'm the South Carolina, we're literally already having like a summer kind of the weather. So it's beautiful and lovely and gorgeous. So it is beautiful time to really physically open the window and metaphorically open the window and let the changes happening. Now, alignment is happening every single year. Now, this is my conscious years. The last year I was very conscious doing this alignment, and that's why the Pleiadian code came out. I know that a lot of you guys read it. Thank you for your feedback, and those who didn't, it is on the Amazon. That's where a lot of downloads come. So between the May 15 and the 23rd, whenever you live in the northern or the southern hemisphere, you are receiving the same energies. I was actually really curious because I am not really knowledgeable in the astrology. So I was wondering if from the southern hemisphere it has a different kind of the or the opposite effect, because they are having spring, they are having fall, right? And no, the effect is same for both of the hemisphere, because we are in alignment between the Earth, Sun, and the Pleiades. All these three heavenly bodies are aligned in one way, so that the Pleiadian energy is projected through the Sun into the Earth. So if you take it, from the Pleiadian Sun energy, you can see the Pleiadian as the source of the soul energy, because they are the soul healers, through our Sun, central Sun, down into your Sun, that is your fourth chakra. Your fourth chakra is the sun of your own universe. It is the microcosm of the macrocosm. You have your sun in your heart, you have your other chakras kind of rotating around your sun, spinning and doing their own thing, bringing the information back and forth. But the sun is the most important energy. We know that in the past, the sun or the solar disk has been worshipped in the Egypt, right? You see this deities or goddess wearing this beautiful sun solar disk above their head and so much on, and it's literally showing us the alignment of the energy, or how sun is important. Whoops, don't know if I lost the here. Okay, how sun is important for us. This energy is the energy of the new beginnings. It is the energy of planting the seeds of light. Now, today morning I have recorded for you a Pleiadian transmission just in the language of light, which I call the seeds of light. That is meaning planning your new intuitions and the received intuitions, that plant your goals, your wishes, your desires, your what is it that you would like to accomplish? What is it that you want to know? What is it that you want to do? Even what is it that you want to transform? We are growing into our new energy. We are growing into our own power. So this energy is like an amplifier. It amplifies whatever it is that you metaphorically plant. So plant a lot in your garden. I use metaphorical garden quite often, because you can see your soul is like this beautiful garden, and you can plant, design your trees and beautiful serene garden and beautiful flower garden, beautiful forest, and you can walk into each part as much as you need. Some of them may be just cool zip lining when you need a little bit of extra whoa and adrenaline going through your nervous system, and some can be very peaceful and serene and calming when you need to go and observe, when you are upset or something happened to your life, or something that you need to calm down to find the answers to your questions. And there may be, there may be the river where you do your cleansing, and they may be the stones when you write your wish or your forgiveness wishes and throw it there and so much on. It can be anything that you wishes to be. And with that Pleiadian energy, there's definitely amplifier in it. If you think of it, it's like your sun is gonna be shining at your garden with an extra good nourishing care. It is not going to scorch it, it is not going to harm it by any means. It's going to empower it, that is going to flourish and flourish and flourish. Now, what you can do, you can sit outside in the sun and meditate. When you need to healing, ask for the healing. When you're looking for the wisdom or knowledge, ask for the knowledge. If you want to, to do something, let's say like write a book, you can ask the question, how can I be in a service to humanity? You may receive that downloads. A lot of people say that they do receive downloads in these days, and especially sitting and meditating in the sun, because you are like directly in that energy. Now, when you receive download, of course, it may take a few days, or who knows, even maybe a few months until it really syncs with your mind and you have that aha moment. This is what it means. I started to receiving the information for the Pleiadian Code book about 2 years ago. Prior, I really started to write it, but then in that May last year came really a good amount to pull it all together. And that was beautiful and exciting and very nice and humbling as well, because you connect with the information that you remember. It is not that you're really assessing anything new, it is that you are assessing the old energy you remember, and you can bring to this world best to your capabilities. Now, you can also energize your crystals or water or whatever it is that you would like to energize in a powerful sun energy. Bring it out into the sunlight, let it sit there for about, good 3 hours, and put your intention in those things after. If you need to cleanse some stones, bring it up there, let it cleanse, put it up there, your positive intentions. Of course, sun energy is a masculine energy. Now we view Pleiadian energy as a feminine energy. So if you think of it, there's this beautiful alignment between the yang and yang, between the feminine and masculine energy, or if we want to be a little bit more dramatic, between the light and the dark energies. Everything here on the earth should come in the balance. That is our job. That is the way that we are learning to bring balance to everything, to bring balance to our energies, to stop dwelling in the duality and picking up the things that work for us and bring the balance to them. So if I'm gonna pick that May is gonna be my positive month of the transformation, that I'm really going to move forward in my life and stepping closer into my full powerful abilities, that I take a number 13 as such a positive number with a positive abundance. I totally, bring that positive abundance in my work for the whole May. Now the balance come out of it, that I balance these energies within me, that I'm not gonna go like, whoa, I got it, everything's cool and amazing, and I'm like riding the high horse for the whole month. No, I'm gonna bring it into the balance in a very nice and neutral energy. And I says, okay, so I'm blessed by the stars, if we want to call it this way, but I know I have to do my other half of the work. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I will be disciplined to do my work. I'll do it with honesty and integrity and unconditional love. I'm gonna bring the balance to the energy that I have chosen to work with. So I hope that is making sense. I'm just saying it as an example. Now, if you want those downloads, ask for them. Again, universe and you guys don't give you something that you don't ask for. Everything in this world is done by the free will. Now, lastly, guys, that I grew up in the Czechoslovakia, former Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic. And the May has been this special month when the poets would speak of these beautiful poems about love. And it was the month of love. There's a story that goes that if you have been kissed under the blossoming cherry tree, you would have a beautiful fertility year I don't really know how to translate it into the English words. It doesn't mean that you have to have a baby. So it means that you're gonna have this beautiful relationship and a beautiful year, and that you are blessed by love, by physical love and by spiritual love as well. Of course, if the partners would get married in May and kiss under the blossoming cherry tree and want to make a family, want to make babies, right, I would be blessed with the fertility. Now I was curious, I googled it in the morning, and there has been, in ancient times, the May has been celebrated as a month of the fertility, because this month is also a month when many farmers do start planting their crops, and especially in a little bit colder region, because Czech is a little bit colder, let's say, than the South Carolina that I live currently in. So the May would be a month when you would start sowing your crops. So there has been a goddess named Floralia. I don't know if I pronounce it right, Floralia. So it will be flowers, like flowering goddess. That would be worship, and that would be invited to these farmers and everybody for this month. So let's enjoy it. Find the blossoming tree. If you find your loved ones, kiss under the blossoming tree. Let the gods and goddesses of the love and of the thriving bless you. And if you don't have that loved one, just hang out under the blossoming tree and be connected with nature and with everything that there is. Same as the tree is getting ready for the season, so are you. Same as the tree and the nature is going through the process of the changes and transformation, so are you. The cherry tree go through this beautiful white to pinkish blossoming flowers, which look absolutely gorgeous, and then and they smell absolutely enchanting. At least I think so. And once the May is over, or the blossoming season is over, there's just this little tiny dot that eventually is going to be a beautiful, gorgeous, and tasty cherry. But in the process, it's not really a pretty looking cherry if you think about it. The tree loses its beautiful petals, and it's just a tree with a forming little green, weird looking cherry that, again, depends how you relate to it, right? You can looking that it's not really pretty and poetic after that, after the beautiful wedding dress is over. But if you are patient, and if you notice that tree, if that tree has enough water and sun and the daylight and the right water, the tree is gonna grow these most delicious cherries. So you can look at your energy and at your life, at your work as well. This is the time for you to blossom. Blossoming brings the transformation, but the beautiful petals don't last. The beauty comes from the inside out. So you take that beauty, bring it in your nervous system, start working and nourishing your vagus nerve, which is done through the Kriya Yoga, Kundalini Yoga. Look into it, Google it a little bit more. There's many fascinating information on the topic, because your vagus nerve is like a greatest energy to help you cultivate your abilities and everything you want to accomplish in this life. So take it as that, bring all the beauty in, and let it blossom from the inside out. So put it in your creativity, put it into cultivating your energy, put it into changing your life around, perhaps 180 degree, that by the end of the year we can look back and we can say, wow, that transformation what happened in the May was the best possible thing that may have happened to me. Well, maybe there was some crying, maybe there was some bitterness or sadness, but I transformed it and now I'm thriving. So the transformation is for you to thrive. So I wish you from the bottom of my heart that May is filled with love, with unconditional love, with romantic love, with the blossoming energies for your project, for your life, for the changes. And that you are filled with the abundance, positive abundance that thrive from knowledge. So you guys have a wonderful month and enjoy it. Bye bye. Love and light to you.